How's things been, Dustin? I think it's been about 4 years since I spoke with you last, so
Yeah, a lot of things going on, but everything with the new record's been fun so far.
yeah. How you feeling about it? It's finally out with the world.
Great. I've been feeling real good about it in general and really loving listening to it. So I was excited for everyone else to finally get to.
Yeah, must admit I was pretty excited to have an advance copy to review again. Congratulations, probably going to make my album of the year again. Don't know how many Thrice albums that is in a row for me, but
Thank you.
congratulations. But what I found with West quite a lot, probably ever since maybe even Viesu and your explorations since Artist in the Ambulance, is the growth, obviously. But one thing I've really enjoyed is probably even with Palms and all of these records, the Alchemy Index seems to be like a very strong chapter for me in the soundscapes. And I'm just wondering when you guys are creating. Is there moments where you're like, this is familiar, this kind of feels like something from the Alchemy Index? Because that was quite a structured idea when it came to the exploration of what Thrice can do musically. And I found it a bit with Horizons West. I might be completely wrong there, but songs like Undertow, I kind of felt the Water EP a little bit. And I'm just wondering if that does come up in your creative process or when you're, talking with the other band members going through the songwriting.
Not generally. I feel like someone asked me this recently, and I was trying to think about it, and I don't think we're usually referencing back to our own catalog. It's usually
Yeah.
something outside. I think when Riley brought the original demo for Undertow that had kind of like what it sounds like in the beginning,
Mm.
um, I'm sure we all thought, oh, this feels like kind of watery.
Yeah.
Like, we hadn't done something like that with those kind of tones in a while. Um, Yeah, but usually we're just kind of looking outside and comparing it to other people's shit.
I do want to you've probably. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Did you have more to
Not comparing, that sounds like just, but referencing, I guess, would be a better way to
referencing?
put it.
Yeah. In response to the record, but Vesper Lights obviously had a bit of I guess attention due to one, your amazing vocal take on it, and you can probably see the poster behind me. A little bit of
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, the Tom York effect, and then the little creeping of Tool that I found too. And that actually made me wonder about yeah, Thrice have done so many great collaborations in their lives. Whether Emma Ruth Rundle or with the artist in the ambulance, like you guys had Sam from Architects. Hot Water Music, one of my favorites forever. I was just wondering if you personally, before we go into like the approach of your vocals, maybe on this recent record, what your dream collaboration would be.
I mean, we're all huge fans of Radiohead. We're all huge fans of Idols. I'm trying to think of the bands that like we all really dig together. I don't know. Those are the first two that come to mind.
Fair enough. I really like yeah, with Vesper Light, obviously the Radiohead exploration, but that song's got so many chapters to it, so many different adrenaline rushes for me yourself. Is it going to be part of this live jaunt you're about to do? And does that music, if you do approach this one live, does that energize you differently when you hit those different stages of the song?
Um, we are currently rehearsing it to get it on the list. I kind of was worried this would happen. No one heeded my warning, and then it came out, and everybody was really excited about that song. So I was like, guys, we got to play it. So we've only been practicing a couple days, but we'll be okay. Yeah, it's an interesting song. It's kind of a lot of playing with different levels of the same idea. there's like kind of a couple different movements in it, and then you hear them at different kind of intensities.
Mm.
I mean, honestly, the falsetto thing just uh the original demo I made, I think I was in the back of the bus or something, and I couldn't sing real loud, and so I was just trying to get a melody out there. And then the other guys kind of liked the vibe of it. And
Yep.
we were like, okay, well, maybe we'll do the beginning and then we'll change on the second verse. And then everyone was like, let's just keep doing it. It's like, all right. So, yeah, I've been surprised at how many people don't realize that it's me singing.
Yeah, I was a bit shocked by
I
that
can't, I
too.
can't quite figure out why, because I've done falsetto stuff in the past, but never quite as prominent for as long.
Mm.
But, or maybe it's a different register, or it's that it's kind of drier. I don't know, in the way it's mixed, but yeah.
Well, obviously massive Radiohead fan, loved it. I think when I saw the people going short, I think I even saw like surely it's Tippe singing or something, and I was like, no, it's clearly Dustin. I can like I've been listening to Dustin for 30 years or something. I didn't understand that they were missing that, but I guess it's like you said, it's a longer uh, approach on that for falsetto. Did you try to experiment going different tones when you were recording it for let's go the final version of it, or was this like where your sound was in your head for it?
I mean, we experimented with doing a more full voiced one for the second verse just to
Yeah.
switch it up, but um, yeah, everybody was just liking that. So
Like I said, awesome record. I'm so stoked it's out in the world.
thank you.
I guess I gotta thank you as well. I never knew so much about an albatross in my life.
Yeah, what'd you learn?
They mate for life. That was
They could fly for a really long time
really
too,
long
which is
time
wild.
of very using very little energy. Yeah, like one big, I guess, broad swoop of the wings, and they can just soar forever. Like this was so awesome to discover. What brought you towards the albatross and writing a song about it?
Uh, I'm pretty sure that line originally came out of me just singing my nonsense words when I'm writing melodies. But sometimes I've learned to pay attention to if something feels right. Um, you should pay attention to it and see what it means and play with it. So there was a couple lines that were floating in and out, but that one kept staying, and so I started slowly building the song around that. And I like the idea of essentially I'm playing with the idea of an albatross because it's come to mean kind of a curse because of what happens in this poem, The Rime of the Ancient Mariner, and the sailor kills the albatross, which generally is a good luck omen, but he kills it, curses them all, and he's made to wear it around his neck. And so it's kind of taken on that meaning, but I've always thought it's interesting that someone's action turned a blessing into a curse there, and got me thinking about ways that we do that in our own lives with things that are coming to us, and handling them poorly and really turning it around. So yeah, it's a little bit playing with the idea of how you can influence fate and luck. And yeah.
Yeah. I I guess every type of art is open to interpretation. So hearing it, looking into Albatross, finding out, they mate for life. I was thinking it was a love song, and then I kind
I
of
mean, it is, but I didn't know the mate for life thing, so that's cool. That's a little layer you got there for me.
Well, and I don't know. Yeah, it was a beautiful record. How was that adventure for you? Because, going into the, I guess, alt country sound, which I thought you were superbly talented with, and
Um,
suited your songwriting so well. So, how did you find creating that record?
it was a lot of fun. It was kind of one of those things that just gets a hold of you, and I had to kind of do it. I had to get it out of my out of my system, in a good way, but also just like, people, I feel like thought it was a bit of a curveball how much it leaned into the kind of 50s, 60s Western
Mm.
country stuff. But yeah, it just kind of got its teeth in me, and I had to do it.
Yeah. I think I read it was kind of a tribute to your grandpa.
The first song is based off um, the real, like, it's basically the story of my maternal grandparents.
Yeah, wow.
And yeah, it's a wild story. And then I think some of the press mentioned the desert just because I used to go out to my paternal grandparents, who lived out in like Palm Springs area, and
Yeah.
walk around the desert. And so there was some kind of formative stuff around that for me.
Yeah, wow. Do you think that's part of the like I had to get it out of me because it'd been brewing for so long, perhaps?
Um, I don't know. It's hard to say. I mean, I even think my relationship with the desert and kind of the Southwest is kind of a subplot of the record in general, of how I think I had a love for it as a kid, and then lost perspective. And when I moved back from Washington, I really kind of fell in love with it all over again. So
Yeah, wow.
yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Under the western sky.
You've obviously had quite a good relationship with Australia.
Our first time over there was with we were opening up for Hot Water and Alkaline Trio.
Yeah.
That
I think
sounds right in my brain.
I think that one
Uh,
wasn't part of Adelaide, but yeah, that does sound right.
but yeah, it was a long time ago. But that was, I mean, from the first time we had a lot of fun there, and seemed like a lot of people were excited that we were there. So
How was it? Because you guys would have been going 22 years ago, early 20s, mid 20s, that kind of realm, going into a new country that you probably only knew through maybe Crocodile Dundee or something insane. Do you recall what it was like, coming and experiencing our culture with that kind of fresh face versus now where you've been here quite a few times?
yeah, I mean, there's an element to it that's always felt really familiar in a cool way, just because the climate is a lot of it, where people actually live there is really similar to California.
Yeah.
And yeah, so it feels like a weird alternative to California in certain ways, which is cool. But then, with a lot of differences. We're big fans of your breakfast culture. You guys are very, very on top of brekkie. It's no joke. Like we get excited about it because you can just you guys you take it for granted, but you can walk down to any random cafe and just have like the best breakfast ever. So that's fun. Last time we were there, we did a hike and saw koalas out in the wild, and bunch of cockatoos, and yeah, it was really cool.
Awesome. You obviously came to Deftones once. I think that was actually my first time I got to see you. And I'm thinking of this like full circle effect where that was the first time I got to see Thrice, a band I'd loved for so long. And then you're both releasing great albums this year. And I was just like, what as much as it's 2 decades later, like this is so incredible that um, outfits like this have such longevity and are still going. I mean, both of you have gone kind of, I guess, ebbed and flowed through the activity realm of it. But I mean, you're sitting here on album number 12 talking to me in Australia at the moment. Must feel pretty, knowing that you're coming back, must feel pretty cool that it's still kicking along with Thrice and you're still so musically active.
Yeah, man, we love making music, and I think, despite not having any kind of huge exposures anywhere, I think we have a lot of people that trust what we're doing on the whole, that we really are in this because we love the creation of music and we love sharing that with people. And you know, that's going to make it a journey. It's going to be unexpected, and sometimes it leads to an album like this, which I think it just has something special going on with it, and it's nothing that, you know, you can try all day to do that, but the only way it comes, I think, is just being consistent in your craft, and sometimes something works out really well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have